Good evening to you. Tell us what's going to happen in your view tomorrow with the fastest impeachment ever. Will there be a vote to impeach President Trump by the end of the day? Will it be victorious? And what do you think of Republicans joining the push by you and Speaker Pelosi?
I expect there will be a vote. It will absolutely be victorious. There will be Republicans joining us. Liz Cheney is one of the leaders of the Republican caucus in the House. That's a significant development. And, don't forget, in all of American history, the first member of Congress to vote to impeach a member of their own party was Mitt Romney. Donald, in the last impeachment investigation of Donald Trump. We will have significantly more than one Republican voting in this case. And the reason is very, very simple. A lot of these people for 4 years gave their loyalty to Donald Trump. Some of them understood that he was bad news for the party, but felt, you know what, if you confront him, he only gets worse and worse and worse. That didn't work. He got worse and worse and worse anyway. And now a mob that was mobilized by their president is trying to kill them. That has a way of changing hearts and minds.
Yeah, and you're close to it, so you know what some of your colleagues are saying after facing that down. How important is it in your view that tomorrow's debate, which the nation will clearly be riveted on, exactly 1 week out from the insurrection, focus as much on barring Donald Trump from ever holding office again, which is what Speaker Pelosi says is a important substantive result, rather than it being, however meritorious you feel it would be, another discussion of Democrats re-impeaching a president they already impeached?
Yeah, the most important and most urgent matter here is that this is an ongoing assault. It's not just something that happened on Wednesday. There are people very well organized, very well determined, who want to come back to Washington around the inauguration and probably many times after that to go after their perceived enemies. At the top of their list of enemies, again, I want to stress, are Republicans who they perceive to be traitors to Donald Trump. And so the most important thing for us to do right now is to play offense on all fronts so that these people do not believe that they are winning. They have this fantasy that was formed by QAnon in their world of make-believe online, that all they had to do was come to Washington and that Donald Trump had a plan and that they would march on the Capitol and the waters would part and the government would fall. And every time we can set an example that disproves that fantasy, that shows law enforcement is not on their side. The United States Congress marched back into that room. We certified the election. We are going to impeach Donald Trump with a lot of Republican votes. Every time we do that, they are weakened and the country is stronger.
And just briefly, you said stay on offense. What's your response to some, like Republicans, Wall Street Journal editorial board saying Biden should call for unity now and back off impeachment?
Biden should call for unity around the rule of law in this country. I mean, there are two ways to have unity. Either we have unity around the principle that whether you're liberal, conservative, Republican, Democrat, we don't tolerate a violent attack on our seat of government, and we hold accountable people who commit crimes, or we have unity in forgiving that and moving on and allowing it to happen again. So obviously, I want unity around the rule of law. I think we're going to have that. And, there are still going to be some Republicans who are afraid. And by the way, they're not just afraid now of being primaried. It's not just a political thing. Like, they're literally worried about the safety of their families.
And that's where we are. Congressman Malinowski, thank you for joining me tonight.
Thank you so much.